Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, my name is Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. This channel is all about healing, so let's begin healing together. Tonight, I am doing an Aries reading. I'm an hour late. I said that I would be on at 8 p.m., but I got a little derailed. So it's 9:06 my time. So I'm an hour and 6 minutes late. But tonight we're going to talk about Aries. Earlier today, I did a Cancer reading. And let me tell you, I'm here for my Cancer people. It's Cancer season. It started on June 21st and it ends on July 22nd. I'm July 22nd, so we're going to save the best for last. That's me. You know what I mean? Everybody got to feel the way they feel about their birthday. But I'm happy to be the last day of Cancer season because I love me. But let's get to it. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing. This is a tarot channel. I don't need anybody to get on here to talk about religion. I am not a religious person, first and foremost. Yes, I do have a cross on, but it belongs to my mother and she has crossed over. So I wear her cross. Let me tell you, my mother, she dibbled and dabbled into a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? But for anyone that gets up here and they want to start discussing religion, talking about how your God is going to send me to hell, let me tell you, I've been in many places that you will be glad to never be. I have closed my eyes 3 times and been resuscitated 3 times, and I'm good over here. So whatever your God is going to do, everything you say, that shit is going to happen to you. Not over here with me. I'm protected. Let me tell you, I'm here for a reason. But we're going to do an Aries reading. And Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. They are gorgeous people, males and females. They were born to be beautiful. I have never in my life came across an Aries that was unattractive. When they started making zodiacs, Aries was the first one. And they put a little bit of everything into Aries. Aries are beautiful people. On the inside, that depends on the individual. But on the outside, they're either gorgeous or they're handsome. This reading, if it's specifically for a female, I will say that. If it's for a male, I will say that. However, if I don't say anything, that means you understand that we are all energy. It all depends on how you woke up this morning. I'm always in my feminine energy, but I'm also always in my masculine energy. As soon as I step out of my house, I stay strapped. Let me tell you, I live in a state where everybody can be strapped. So I'm always strapped, and I'm never strapped being in my feminine energy. I'm always in my masculine because I have to protect me. If the reading is for a male, I will say so. If it's for a female, I will say so. But if I say nothing, understand we all have masculine and feminine energies. Some people have a little more than others. I'm just saying. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around so that you can see the cards and we can get to the reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I really do. I hope everyone is doing well. Before I came to this reading, I cleansed my space 1000%. I cleansed my space before any reading. You don't know me. I don't know you. I don't want your energy to linger in my home, nor should you want my energy to linger in your home. Anytime you watch a tarot reading, you should always cleanse your space. If you're watching a reading in your bathroom, cleanse your bathroom. In your living room, cleanse it. You don't want the energy, the residue of someone that you don't know in your home. We don't know each other. We are strangers, right? You may not like me in real life. I may not like you in real life. You should always cleanse your space. Aries, they were born between March 21st and April 28th. Aries people, let me tell you, this fire sign is very passionate and they're ruled by action because they're action orientated. Aries takes no prisoners. Let me just say that first and foremost. And that's the Mars side of them. This fire sun sign is usually forthright, energetic, and creative with an unreviled lust for life. Aries people, they enjoy life. They are always on the go. They can't sit still. Aries people, they don't know how to sit still until they're in their like 40s to 50s, and then they are ready to settle down. Let me tell you something else about an Aries. They love to be in relationships. They really do. But they get bored quickly. When Aries people are young, in their 20s, let's just say going into their 30s, if they decide to move in with someone, if they decide to share a space with someone, they are with it. They want to see what it's like to live with you. But then, guess where the problem comes in? When they realize that, A, they have to cook your meals, wash your clothes, they're like, I didn't sign up for this. Aries, yes, you did. You signed up for all of that shit. And now you're like, I don't want it. Let me tell you about Aries. They bore easily. They bore easily. Yes, they want the relationship, male or female. They want the relationship, and as soon as they get it, they're like, I didn't sign up for this. That's because their spirit, it won't let them sit down. They want to dive into this. They want to dive into that. They want to dive into this. And then when they see that life gets a little lonely, they want the relationship. And then when they see that the relationship is more than what they bargained for, they get bored with it and they're backing out. You know, if I didn't describe you, guess what? Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling you how it is. So if you are someone that's a cross watcher and you're dealing with an Aries and you're like, wait a minute, I've given them my all. I want this. They don't. Not when they're in their 20s. Not when they're in their 30s. They feel like they want this. But then they realize it's too much responsibility. So they would rather not have this. True story. They would rather not have this, you know? Aries people are very hardworking. They're very intelligent people. They are smart. They are like Scorpios. Scorpios, Aquarius, Aries, Capricorn. One of the smartest signs of the zodiac. Very intelligent, almost genius. They have genius-like qualities, right? Scorpio is the sign. They don't want to toot their own horn. They know they are geniuses, but they don't brag about it. Aries, on the other hand, they will brag about it. They're going to let you know, listen, I am that girl or I am that guy. I got this. I can handle this, right? One thing about them, they're never going to have a lack mindset. They don't know what a lack mindset is. So with that being said, if you think that when you're dating an Aries that you don't have to do much, you have to do the most, because they bore easily and they're off to the next. Trust me. They're off to the next, and the next until they're in their 40s, late 40s, and then they are ready to settle down. Even if they settle down early, in the back of their mind, they're always thinking, how did I get here? Why am I here? And they are planning their escape route. True story. They are planning their escape route. So when they said you cannot hold a good person down, Aries are good people, and you definitely can't hold them down. Let's get to the reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I really do. If I didn't describe you, then guess what? I'm not talking about you. I am discussing the fire sign, Aries. And I know that I pinged it for many. Once again, my apologies for being late. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Aries. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. I don't have a moderator tonight. My daughter is busy. My husband may jump online, but he's definitely not going to moderate. He's going to listen. He may read a message or two, but I don't have a moderator. If you send me a message and if I don't catch it, don't get angry. When I do readings, I very seldom look at the camera. I'm always focusing on the cards that are in front of me. We're starting off with the number 16. Ocean the Warrior. You know, this Aries, I love this about you. And your first card that's showing up, you're standing in your power. You know, you're very assertive. You're standing in your power. When I tell you that Aries is going to get it done, male or female, they're going to get it done. They know how they want to live. They know what they want in life, and they're going to work hard to be successful. This Aries that I'm speaking to tonight, this is someone that's standing in his or her strength at this personal point in their life. They're not going to let anyone hold them back at all. They're not going to let anyone hold them back. They're standing strong on their 2 feet, not asking anyone for anything, and they're being very assertive. They're going to say exactly what they mean, and they actually mean what they say. You know Aries people, they like to argue, they like to fuss, and when they argue, they sting. They're going to make sure that they set that argument on fire. They're going to have the first and last word. But this Aries that I'm speaking about tonight is a natural born leader. The number 16 that is presented to us on this card, you know, this is usually a warning sign designed to prepare you for what is to come. It was something that you personally thought was very important to you, but it's going to come crashing down. And I know you're like, wait a minute. Is something going to come crashing down around me? Absolutely. But don't be afraid. When things come crashing down, It's there to benefit you. There's something that you needed to move out of your way, whether it be a person, an environment that you're living in, a job situation, but there was something that you needed to remove and you didn't do it fast enough. And when you don't do something fast enough, spirit comes in and they're like, I got this. I'm going to handle this for you. And you may feel like, oh my goodness, I wasn't prepared for that. But you have been prepared for that, Aries. However, be reassured that this is an important opportunity for a new beginning for you, for learning and for transformation. What's going to come tumbling down is actually here to benefit you. So if you embrace this with positivity during this period of upheaval, you will be able to rebuild yourself stronger than ever. Please understand that you will know in your heart whether seeing the number 16 is just a coincidence or a spiritual warning sign. Your spiritual senses will tingle when you are shown this number. Let me show it to you again. It is the number 16. The number 16. You know, let me just say this quickly so we can move through. The angel number 16 is usually a warning that you are about to lose something that was important to you, and probably in a spectacular way. A relationship may erupt, as I said, or a professional career may burn, as I said. Whatever it is, you need to be prepared if it has not already happened. The number 16 also reassures you that while this situation may feel like a catastrophe right now, this is something, the situation is something that needed to happen in your life. You will most definitely be able to rebuild yourself as Aries do. They always land on their feet. They're always able to rebuild themselves after. And you will be better than ever. To rebuild yourself, you need to make sure that you learn from your mistake and make changes rather than return to the same patterns. And Tarot, the number 16 and the Rider-Waite deck is linked to the Tower of Destruction card, which indicates that once again, that something that was important to you will end. And it won't be going quietly. This is a warning. For some of you, this may have already happened. However, if nothing has ended recently, something will be ending. Once again, I need to reiterate for my cross watchers, Aries people, when they're young, 20s, 30s, they love to be in a relationship. They love to be wooed. They love passion. They love great sex. They love entertainment. They are not for longevity. They do get bored easily. Aries want the relationship, but they don't want what goes into a relationship. Let's just say if we have a male Aries and this male Aries is dating a female, they move in together. Let's just say the female works longer hours than the male. The male gets home first. Your person, Aries, they expect you to have dinner done. They expect for you to throw a load in the washer machine, to get things started around the house until they can get there to help you out. Aries, you feel like, oh no, this is just too much. I didn't sign up for this. Well, you signed up for this when you decided to be in a relationship, especially if you are living with someone. Aries, you want the kicks and giggles when it comes to the relationship, but you don't want what goes with it. They try. Yes, they do try for the long term. But then they're ready to go. Aries is ready to go. They do try, but they are not long lasting until they are in their 40s. And if I'm wrong, then I'm not talking about you. But this is what your zodiac sign says about you. We have the number 40, right? Now I said when you get into those 40s, now you're ready to relax. However, the number 40 is Ocean of perpetual beauty. Let me tell you something. Each and every person who is into astrology, a person that likes to learn about different horoscopes, you know that Aries are the most beautiful people when it comes to the zodiac sign, because that's how they were created. Inner beauty, that depends on the person. But outer beauty, they are very beautiful people. But there's an Aries that suffers from low self-esteem, that doesn't know how beautiful you are. So this Aries that I'm speaking to, you need to work on your self-love. You need to go back to your mirror, get a little bit of Windex, a paper towel, however you clean it, wipe it off, clean it up, and look one more time. Because you are gorgeous. You need to work on your self-esteem issues and love yourself a little harder. Maybe that's why you keep jumping into relationships that you know that you really don't want to be in. When you love yourself, then you won't give certain people the time that you have been giving them, wasting your time and also wasting their time. This is your season for transformation. This is a season for you to start working on yourself, Aries, and giving back to yourself and practicing the art of self-love. This is the number 40. Flip it and reverse it. It is the number 4. However, Aries, anytime that I see a number 4 in a reading, I always tell people to make a wish, because the number 4 in itself is a make-a-wish number. I did a reading earlier today. Cancer had a number 4 in their reading as well, and they had a wish. You too today have a wish. Make your wish. I always tell people not to make their wish on this platform. Do it in the privacy of your own home, when you have time to think about what you want to make that wish about. We have the number 1, Ocean of the Dawn. This is new beginnings, Aries. This is something you want. You have been thinking about your life, how your life has been happening for you. A new beginning is on its way. You desire to have a new beginning as well. There's something that brings you great hope. There's something that you have been thinking about, and you're very hopeful about it. You're hopeful about your fresh start. You're hopeful about your new beginnings. You just want to start life all over again. If you had a magic wand, you would take that magic wand and wish for a redo of your life. But being that we are adults, we know that we can't get that redo. But what you can have is a restart. So this is you restarting your life. You're going back over, thinking about how life has been happening for you, and you're making changes. Changes to the people who you associate yourself with, changes about the type of people that you attract and that you are attracted to. You're making changes, Aries. You're growing up. You're growing up. We have the number 34. Flip it and reverse it. It is the number 43. This is Ocean the Magi. You know, this is that alchemy card. This is once again that transformation. We have transformation in your reading twice with the number 40, ocean of perpetual beauty. That's transformation. Understanding that you are beautiful. Understanding that you need to love yourself. Because if you love yourself, then the type of people that you surround yourself with, you'll realize they're not good for you. They weren't meant for you to be around, but you're working on that. This is the alchemy card. This is the transformation card. And this is you wanting to change. You want to change. You want a redo, and you want a magic button that you can push that'll reset your whole life all over again. Unfortunately, we all wish that we can have that magic wand or be able to press a button to start life all over again. However, you don't need to worry, Aries. Life is going to be happening for you. Listen, this is new beginnings. You want a new beginning. You want a fresh start. And you are very hopeful. You are very hopeful in knowing that life is happening for you. We're going to switch up the decks a little bit. We're switching up the decks a little bit. This reading is for the sign of Aries. Help my channel to grow by pressing share. Share this channel. Hit like, subscribe. I'll be totally grateful. And don't forget to join me on my YouTube platform as well, because these videos, the lives that I do here, I repost them in its entirety on my YouTube platform. I used to repost the videos here on TikTok. The problem was you have to break the videos up into different parts. So I would have part 1 through 18 through 20, and it would take me 3 to 4 days. I do the lives here, and I'll load them up on my YouTube platform. So if you want a second look, go on over to YouTube and the video will be there. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Aries. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Thank you. Spirit guides. Woo. I knew that was going to fall on the floor, but I couldn't catch it fast enough. Ooh. Excuse me. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Aries at this present time? And before I got sidetracked, before the car fell on the floor, Aries, I was seeing something. This is specific to someone. There is someone who desires to have a new car. You're thinking about a new vehicle. You're going to get a new vehicle. Whomever has been thinking about trading in the vehicle that they have, you're going to get a new vehicle. Yes, you will be able to afford it. Your payments are going to be fine. Everything is going to work itself out. But I'm speaking to an Aries specifically that does want a new vehicle, that has been thinking about a new vehicle. And you will have a new vehicle. I just saw a new vehicle. There's someone here that is thinking about a new vehicle. You're going to get it. I want a new vehicle too, Aries, but you're going to get it. Listen, let me tell you, this can't work out any other way than for this Aries that I'm speaking to. This is someone that is so hopeful. I'm reading for an Aries that's full of life right now. Nothing can damper your spirits. You have so much hope. You're thankful for life in itself. You're very hopeful. I promise you. I'm speaking to an Aries that's full of life. You wish that you can press this button that resets, restarts your life. You understand that that's impossible. But what you do know is that as long as we're able to breathe in this realm, that we can restart our lives every single day. We can make changes to our current situation. I'm speaking to an Aries that's making changes. You want a new beginning, and you are so ready to transform your life. The beauty of this, the sun is here. This reading is starting off with the sun. You will be successful in every area of your life. This is the sun. You will be successful. This is someone that's been thinking about life. And you're like, I don't like the way my life has been going, but only I can make changes. And you're happy with the choices that you have been making for yourself. However, the number 19 is a good omen. It does suggest that now is the time of great opportunity. There's someone here who desires to have a new car, and you will be successful at getting that new car. You don't want to trade in your car for a used car. You want a brand new car, and I saw a brand new car while I was shuffling the cars. This time is a time of great opportunity for you, and that luck is most definitely on your side. Right now is a great opportunity. The time is now. You need to take the initiative. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do, not what someone tells you to do, but do what you want to do. And you're probably saying, I do that anyways, because Aries does do what they want to do. They pull no punches for anyone. But there's an Aries that's been a little stuck. You haven't been doing what you want to do. Spirit wants you to get back to that attitude of doing what's best for you, not what's best for other people or for someone else. There's an Aries that's been teeter-tottering, playing with fire. Although you are a fire sign, you've been playing with fire. But Spirit wants you to do something new. They want you to do what you want to do, not what someone tells you to do, not what someone tries to convince you to do. They want you to get back to that stubborn ass Aries and do what's best for you. That's the message. To do something new, you are going to have to let go of something old to make space for it. And this can be challenging for someone. In the tarot deck, the number 19 is linked to the Sun card, 1000%, which is also a good omen. You can have anything you want in this life, but understand that you can't have everything. You want to reset your life. You wish there was a magic wand and you can start from the beginning, from when you was a newborn with the information that you have as an adult, and you wish that you can change the circumstances of life, but you cannot. You cannot. Many of us wish that we can do that, Aries. You can have anything you want, but you won't be able to have everything. So the time is now for you to make a decision on where you stand in your life. Not doing what's best for people, but doing what's best for yourself. You do need to make a choice. There are so many reasons why you may see the number 19. But let me give you a few reasons the most common reasons why you may begin to see this. Spirit wants you to stop planning and start acting. Maybe you keep having a repetitive dream and then you start making plans, but you have been reluctant to act. Maybe, just maybe, you finally are taking the plunge and it involves some sort of risk. And so you haven't been ready to go all in. The number 19 reassures you that now is the moment that the stars are aligning. So now is the time to act. No, life is never going to be easy. And you will have to work hard. But Spirit wants you to be your authentic self. Remember the Aries, that stubborn ass Aries that says, no, fuck off and fuck you. Spirit wants you to get back to you, get back to life. How has life been happening? It hasn't been. You've been stuck. Spirit wants you to get back to life. Not only are you starting off with the sun, you are also coming with the star. This is the number 17. Remember I told you we have the number 40? We had the number 34, flip it and reverse it. It was the number 43. You had 2 4s on the board. That's 2 wishes for you. However, we have the star. This is the Aquarius card. Let me say something. This star, when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference where you are. You remember that song? Make a wish. Make a wish, Aries. Believe in your wish. Trust your wish. Have faith in your wish because you're healing. I just keep hearing, I wish that I could start this life all over again. And unfortunately, we can't. I have to keep saying that because I know exactly how you feel. I too wish that I could wave a magic wand, and I wish that I can start back from when I was a newborn until now. So I understand where you're coming from. So Spirit says they want you to get back to you. Now, I never stand here and say to anybody, get back to your stubborn self. But Spirit wants you to make some adjustments because you haven't been yourself lately. Spirit says, be you, for you. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Listen, there's nothing but prosperity that's happening all around you. You started off with the sun. That's nothing but success. You have the star. That's you having a wish, believing in that wish, trusting in that wish. And now we have that Ace of Pentacles. Nothing but prosperity that's on your side. But the thing is, Aries, this new beginning is how you lay your foundation. When you lay your foundation, stop rushing into shit. You do things without thinking it through. You just jump right on in and you do shit, hoping that it will work out for you. And it has worked out for you, and it also hasn't worked for you. Spirit says this time that they're giving you all of this abundance. They're giving you the sun. They're giving you the star. They're giving you the Ace of Pentacles. But now this time they want you to lay the foundation properly. They want you to make plans and stop rushing and doing shit. They want you to be an adult. And they want you to trust yourself. Trust the process. Because this foundation, when you take your time, It's going to be strong. We have the number 15. Once again, this number 15, this is that Capricorn card. This is the devil card. When people see the devil card, oh my God, they get so worried. They get scared. And all this means is that you have a habit of just jumping the gun, doing things without thinking. Spirit wants you to remove that devilish side out of your life, and they want you to start thinking things through. Do you know how successful you are? Imagine how much more successful you would be if you started planning and stopped acting. Imagine that. The angel number 15 is made up of numbers 1 and 5, which are both largely positive and powerful numbers. Number 1 is associated with leadership. You're a natural born leader. You're someone that's very optimistic, and you love taking the initiative. You have that taking charge attitude. So when you see the number 15, your angels are telling you to use your powers, because you have the power to use your thoughts so that you can have a solid foundation. They want you to use your powers to manifest the type of life that you desperately desire to have. You just been doing life with the wrong people. We have the 6 of Cups, Aries. We have the 6 of Cups. You're reminiscing. Constantly in your head, thinking about the past. Oh my goodness, you're going over your childhood. You want to wave that magic wand, and you want to start life all over again. It's like when I was growing up, we had this song, I don't want to grow up because I'm a Toys R Us kid. Oh, as adults, that really resonates. It rings true. When we see life as adults and how difficult things can be, we wish that we can run back home to mommy, to daddy, to where life was comfortable. When we're young, we rush to get out of the house because we want to be grown, until we get out there. And then life starts to happen, and it's not the kind of world that we imagine. I'm speaking to an Aries who's reminiscing about his or her childhood, and they wish that they can reconcile with someone. They wish that they can say, I'm sorry. There's someone that you want to say sorry to, but you can't. That's what you think. You think you can't say sorry because they're not here in the physical. That's not true. You can say sorry out loud because they can hear you. Our guardian angels are our crossed over loved ones. Some of us, our archangels, are crossed over loved ones. But you can say, I'm sorry out loud, because they can hear you. And they will most definitely show you signs that they are here. We have the King of Wands that's showing up. Aries, you're going to be meeting someone. This is going to be someone that has the energy of the King of Wands. This is going to be someone that matches you, that is a leader just like you are. This is someone that is an entrepreneur. So this person may own their own business, or they may be planning to build a business. But this is someone that's coming to you with high honor. This is someone that you haven't encountered before as far as a relationship. So you're going to butt heads a little bit. You know what? I just lied to you. You're going to butt heads a lot. You have a strong personality. This person has a strong personality, and that's why this relationship is going to work. There's someone that's coming to you as the King of Wands, somebody that's very strong. You can handle it because you are strong as well. This is someone that doesn't need anything from you because they can handle their handle. And if you need, they can help. But you don't like to lean on anybody. You don't like to ask anyone for help, nor do you even need help financially. But this is someone that is coming to you with high honor. This person is very respected. We have the number 20, which is judgment, right? Spirit wants you to pause. Take a second, which I feel like you have been taking some time out to yourself. But Spirit wants you to pause and reflect on your life in general as a whole. You've been doing that, but you are thinking about your childhood. And maybe your childhood has pushed you into the relationships that you have chosen for yourself that has not worked. But Spirit wants you to really take a pause and review not just your childhood, but you as an adult and the decisions that you've made. That's why Spirit has been talking about you just jumping and doing things impulsively. They want you to stop doing that. And they want you to think about everything that you do so that you can build a solid foundation for yourself. Listen, this is your awakening. Your awakening of doing something new, something different. They want you to slow down just a little. We have the Ace of Cups. Somebody truly loves you. Let me tell you, I have not seen a reading like this in a long time for any sign. When I do my readings, I don't care who you watch. I know what I do over here. And before I do any readings, I call out to certain people to assist me. I'm speaking to an Aries that you have a whole team all around you. This is the Ace of Cups. You remember that person that I told you that's coming in, that King of Wands? Remember I told you that this person is a leader. This person is an entrepreneur. Oh, this person is coming to you that's well respected. But this Ace of Cups is going to be true love. Aries, you haven't experienced true love yet. You may have thought you did, but if you did, you wouldn't be single. This is true love. There's someone that's sending you romance. This is going to be romance of a lifetime. But what they want you to do is to love yourself first. Oh, you've been dating without loving yourself. And when you date without loving yourself, you make some mistakes. We all make mistakes. And I'm not trying to beat you down for your mistakes. I'm just telling you, when you don't love yourself, the wrong people come to us, and sometimes we let them in. Spirit wants you to love on yourself. They want you to work on your self-esteem issues. We have the Six of Pentacles. This person is so different than anyone that you've ever dealt with. The Six of Pentacles, this relationship is going to be about giving and receiving. When you give, you're not going to throw it in their face what you gave to them. When they give to you, they're not going to throw it in your face what they've done for you. This is you and this person giving and receiving. This is someone that you're going to be in alignment with. Someone that is going to bring you balance. You're also going to bring them balance. And you're going to have a balanced relationship, right? And you never knew you needed this. But someone on the other side sees that you need this. We have, are you ready? The bonus cards. The number 10, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This reading is nothing but fate. The Wheel of Fortune is fate. This is your destiny. And the wheel is turning. And with the wheel turning, old relationships are over. Your childhood, you can't go back, fix it, reclaim it. All you can do is move forward and start right here, right now. This is your new beginning. There's someone that you wish you could say sorry to. And you can. Say it out loud because that person is giving you all of this. This is all of this. They're giving you the sun. They're going to make sure that you are successful, that your life is going to be successful. They're going to make sure that you smile again for real. They want to make sure that you put on a real smile. The person that loves you, they're sending you this wish. You have 3 wishes on this board. They're sending you the star. They want you to believe in your own magic. They want you to trust yourself. And they want you to have faith. But they also want you to slow down. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Your life is going to be prosperous. They want you to start thinking and stop acting impulsively so that you can have a solid foundation. Oh, but that devil appeared. But that's the Capricorn card. All they want you to do is to stop making rush decisions. The 6 of Cups. You thinking about your childhood, wishing you can reconcile with someone, reminiscing about how life was and that it really wasn't as bad as you thought. But now, your guardian angel is sending you this King of Wands, a natural born leader. Oh, this is going to be that relationship. Because I feel like you've dealt with some duds. Possibly some studs, but you mess with some duds. However, this person is an entrepreneur. And they are very well respected. The Judgment card is here. They're sounding their trumpets from another realm. They said, listen, I don't like what I've been seeing from a distance. They want you to pause and review your life. Not just your childhood, but what you have dealt with as an adult and the part that you played in doing so. They want your eyes to be open. This is the great awakening when the trumpet is blown. We have the Ace of Cups. Listen, I don't feel like you need to apologize to anyone, but you feel like you need to apologize to someone. Someone most definitely accepts your apology, Aries, because they're sending you this true love, this romance of a lifetime. But before they do this, they want you to love yourself. Love yourself. Because without loving yourself, they are worried that you're going to keep being in this repetitive cycle. This person that they're sending you is going to be balanced. This person is going to be equal give and take. But here we have the Wheel of Fortune. The past is over. Endings for new beginnings. The Wheel of Fortune, this is your destiny. This is fate. Listen, we have the Emperor here, the number 4. Stability. Oh, this love of a lifetime. Now, you remember when I said at the beginning of the reading how Aries people, they desire to have long-term, but they very rarely have long-term successful relationships until they're about in their 40s. Oh no. Your spiritual team sound the trumpet. They're bringing in this Emperor, and they're like, listen, Aries, it's time for you to get serious with life. Love yourself because you deserve stability. But you don't even know that you deserve stability because you're not valuing who you are. I'm speaking to an Aries with self-esteem issues. Order in the court. Your spiritual team is calling order. You are powerful. You are very powerful. And you are protected. This person is going to protect you beyond measure. This person is actually going to be, take a look, your twin flame. I did a reading earlier. Cancers had a twin flame reading. This is a whole different deck of cards. And Aries, your spiritual team, the person that you want to apologize to on the other side, they said, I'm tired of you being in and out of these relationships, and I'm going to send you your twin flame. Everybody in this lifetime doesn't get to meet their twin flame, but Aries, this is divine. You are being sent your twin flame. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. You may avoid this person because it may scare you, because you don't want it to be a stalemate. You don't want it to end before it can begin. You have decisions to make. It doesn't mean that the next person you meet is actually going to be your twin flame. Your spiritual team, they're going to send you warning signs. Don't ignore them. How will you know the warning signs? They're not going to let up. They're not going to let up. They don't want you to go down that same path of being with the wrong person and wasting your time. They actually want you to have the Ace of Pentacles, a solid foundation. That's absolutely what they want for you. That's what they want for you, Aries. If I was the Aries, I would take this new beginning. I would take this whole reading. because somebody most definitely loves you. Before I came to this reading, I was speaking to my mother. That's what took me so long. I was supposed to start at 8, and I didn't start until 9:06. But let me tell you, my mother's on the other side, and I call out to her for different things. And I was having a conversation with my mom. She loves me. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Aries. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, oh, that was a lot. That was a lot. I'm not going to take this many. Spirit guides, how can I close off this reading? Thank you for Aries. Oh, wow. As I said, somebody loves you on the other side. There's an Aries that's still dealing with grief. The card says, grieve your losses. You feel like with someone passing away that it is a loss. Many people feel that way until they understand that the person is not gone. They're just not here in the physical, but their energy never dies. They are always with you. Let me explain to you what it's like on the other side. And I rarely do this. But imagine you standing in your doorway. So you think of a realm as being in another country, right? I'm just using an example. But how they work on the other side is standing in your doorway. When they step foot on one side, that's them stepping right next to you. There's no time, there's no distance in between. They're right there, right next to you. I was resuscitated 3 times. That wasn't my first time. When I was a newborn, I was resuscitated. I had stopped breathing. As an adult, I had lost my life 3 times. When I had my motorcycle accident, here we go again. You might as well call me a cat and say I have 9 lives. Being on the other side, I saw my sister. And it was like I took a step and I was right there. And when I saw her, oh my God, I was so happy. I was smiling. And she was like, go back. And I was so confused. I'm like, I'm here, right here with you. She was like, you don't belong here. Go back. And I promise you, I did not want to go back. I wanted to stay there with my sister, whose name I wear. However, my sister was so serious. And this is not my sister. My sister, oh my God, the sweetest person ever. Never cursed, never drank, never smoked a cigarette, never did drugs. And she crossed over in her 40s and she was a virgin. So when I tell you my mom took her vitamins with that sister, I mean it. Because she was good all the way. But she was so adamant. She was like, go back now. And I didn't question it. And I stepped back and I was right there. This is for someone who feels like when somebody crosses over, that they're no longer here. That's not true. They're right here, right next to you. Today, I was speaking to my mom, and she was sitting right next to me. I know for some people, if you never experienced it, it doesn't seem real, but it is. There was a few things I needed to discuss with her about a few things that I needed from her as far as her guidance. We grieve the physical. We grieve not being able to hug, not being able to pick up a phone and call, not being able to get in our car and go and see. We grieve that, but they're always here. I remember the day my mom crossed over. That night I was so out of it, I promise you. I didn't know if I was coming or going. And trust me, I watched both my parents take their last breath. And that night, I became angry. I'm like, Mom, why did you leave me? And everything off the kitchen counters started hitting the ground. And then my refrigerator, the light was on. The kitchen was dark. I go in the kitchen, the refrigerator was closed. I go back, I sit on the couch, and the light is shining again. And I'm like, okay, Mom, I get it. Loss, no one is lost. They're always right there. All you have to do is call them and ask for their assistance. The way that I'm speaking to you, you can speak to them. You know, especially when people pick mediumship readings with me. And when I deliver a message, they're like, oh my God, how do you know that? They're right there. They're right here in the reading with us. They're here. My mom is always right here. My dad is always right here. My circle is very small. And there's a group that I partake in with other psychics and mediums. And anytime that we're on a Zoom call, they're always laughing. And they're like, you have so many spirits in your home. And trust me, I do. I have my mother, my father, my sister, my husband's cousin, my husband's father. Oh yeah, we have a whole house full. And we welcome them. Recently, my grandmother came in. My grandfather came. And everybody always asks, but these are people that are like me. They're like, how do you do it? I'm like, they're family. But I welcome them. Grieve. We grieve the physical of the person. The touch. To be able to see like we see each other right now, whoever has their real picture up, right? But they're not lost. I promise you, it's just like this. This is the door. And this is one realm, and here we are in another realm, and you thinking of it as being so distant, like looking at the sky, and it's not. They can step right here and be right here in less than a second. I always tell my mom, hey, go be with my grandson. Go be with my grandson. Let me tell you a story. Anybody that's been following this channel, you know what I've dealt with my grandson. he's in an abusive situation. I was very annoyed. So I'm like, Mom, I need you to fix this for me. Handle it. So my daughter, my oldest daughter, she calls my daughter and she's like, guess what happened? My phone rang today and it had Grandma's name on it. So my daughter didn't say shit and I didn't say shit. She said, I keep getting a phone call and it keeps having Grandma's name. Let me tell you, that's because I told my mom to go handle it, go shake some things up. The spirits, they reach out to you in so many different ways. Sometimes they even show themselves. I promise you that. And a lot of times when they don't show themselves, it's because they're not trying to scare you. Most spirits, good spirits, don't hurt you, but you may hurt yourself by running, tripping, falling. You may injure yourself because you're afraid. But they do present themselves in so many different ways. I'm speaking to an Aries who a crossed over loved one just sent you the best reading that I've seen in a very long time. You've been through some shit, Aries. They want you to laugh at your demons. Laugh at the people who hurt you, who you feel like used you and manipulated you. They want you to laugh at your demons. And the reason why they're saying your demons, because impulsively, you've invited these people into your life. They want you to choose your friends wisely, Aries. They want you to think. Stop acting and think. And they want you to speak up for yourself. Remember when I told you they want you to be like your old self? The Aries that takes no prisoners. They want you to take charge of your life again. And they want you to become a clear channel. They want you to speak directly to them because they're with you. But Aries, more importantly, at the bottom of the deck, this is someone who wants you to reflect on your truth. They want you to reflect on your truth because they don't even understand why you feel the way you do about yourself. You are beautiful. Females, for my males, you are handsome. Know who you are. This was an Aries reading. Aries, you have 3 wishes on the board. Use them wisely. I send to you nothing but love and light. I send to you nothing but love and light. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for you taking your time to sit here and view this reading. I know my readings are long, but I try to give you as much information as I have. I don't have a Patreon channel to put up half of a reading and then tell you to come over for part 2 for you to pay for the other half. I'm going to give it to you the way that I was taught to give it. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I send to you nothing but love and light. Good night.